I recently did a Jet Punk quiz on naming all first-round quarterbacks starting from the year 2000. Got all 73 except two. One being J.P. Losman, which I knew it was him, I just forgot, alright? Then the other was Patrick Ramsey. Who? I like to think all my years of card collecting, doing these quizzes, watching football, and playing Madden have helped me with obscure NFL knowledge, but I've never heard of that man in my life before. I'm also guessing 99% of this audience have no clue who Patrick Ramsey is either. So with this video today, I'll tell you who he was, how he got drafted first round, and what his NFL career looked like. We first take a trip to Ruston, Louisiana, where Ramsey started his career as a Bearcat. He was only a 2-year starter in high school and threw for just 1,073 yards as a senior with 12 passing touchdowns. Medaling in the Pan American Games in javelin also helped show college coaches he got a cannon of an arm. Yet a former Ruston quarterback in Burt Jones urged a newly named Tulane head coach and Tommy Bowden to take a second look at Ramsey, and Ramsey eventually attended Tulane for football and track and field. 1997, Ramsey redshirted that year in football, but in the outdoor season for track and field, he posted a conference-best 218 feet in jav. 1998, he finally saw some action. As in some action, I mean 5 total passes for 27 yards and 1 touchdown. Tulane even went a perfect 12-0 in the 1998 season with a Liberty Bowl win at the end of the year. 1999 is where it got interesting. Ramsey started 11 games, and doing so set a Tulane record for passing yards in the season at 3,410, but this only led to a record of 3-8 under new head coach Chris Scelfo. 2000 saw Tulane's offense become the number 7 total offense in the nation, only to get a record of 6-6. Ramsey threw for 2,800 yards with 24 touchdowns, even missed a few games, leading to the other guy missed from the Jet Punk quiz, J.P. Losman, to get some snaps. 2001 came Ramsey's last year, where he threw for almost 3,000 yards and 22 touchdowns. The red flags with Ramsey throughout his 3 years were his accuracy and decision-making, as he had a career 58.9% pass completion and 51 interceptions. Yet scouts were saying he has prototype delivery and arm strength to be an NFL starter. Top classroom capacity, leadership, and worth ethic make Ramsey ideal for Spurrier's system, learns on the fly, and rarely makes the same mistake twice. This was enough for the Redskins to take Ramsey at the 32nd pick in the first round of the 2002 draft. A unique opportunity for Ramsey, as the Redskins also just hired Steve Spurrier from the Florida Gators, making him the highest paid coach at the time. This team did have some weapons for Ramsey, in running back Stephen Davis and wide receiver Rod Gardner, while also drafting 2nd round and 3rd round picks in running back Gladell Betts and wide receiver Cliff Russell, respectively. Ramsey also had 2 solid tackles and 6-time Pro Bowler Chris Samuels and longtime NFL vet John Jansen. However, Ramsey didn't see any playtime until Week 4 against the Titans, as 32-year-old Shane Matthews started the season, but then got injured Week 3. Weeks 4 through 7 saw Ramsey go 1-2, throwing for 723 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and having exactly 50% completion percentage. The final 4 weeks also saw action for him, as the Redskins went 2-2, but Ramsey threw for 816 yards with 6 touchdowns, 2 picks, and having a 53 completion percentage. In 2003 saw Patrick be named starting quarterback, where the Redskins won 3 of the first 4, but then ended up winning 1 of the next 7 games. Week 12 came around and Ramsey was actually put on the IL to end the season after a bone bruise to his right foot. Through his 11 games playing, he had 2,166 yards with 14 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He improved his completion percentage by 2% and his passer rating went up by 4 points. In the offseason as well, with Ramsey getting surgery, Steve Spurrier resigned from the head coaching job, which was probably praised by the offense, as Spurrier's system didn't account for too much of the defensive blitzes. 2004 started with a bang when the Redskins owner Dan Snyder brought back the Redskins coaching head legend and 3-time Super Bowl champ Joe Gibbs to be the head coach. The Redskins also made 2 impactful draft picks to help their team, and safety Sean Taylor and tight end Chris Cooley, as well as trading for Clinton Portis to help the offense, but having to give up Champ Bailey in the process. They also signed safety Ryan Clark and Marcus Washington to bolster the defense. However, Mark Brunell started the first 9 games under new head coach Joe Gibbs and went an underwhelming 3-6, completing under 50% of his passes. So Ramsey's time to shine came in the last 7 weeks, where he got a record of 3-4, having the best completion percentage of his career at 62%, but he had 11 interceptions to 10 touchdowns. Gibbs seemed to back Ramsey in the 2005 season, as he named him starter for the opening game against the Bears, except after 3 offensive series for Ramsey, thrown for 105 yards and an interception in that game, as well as getting injured in the second quarter, saw Mark Brunell come in the rest of the game. Brunell started the rest of the 2005 season, with Ramsey only throwing for an extra 174 yards with 1 touchdown the rest of the season, and that was the end of Patrick Ramsey's time in Washington, because in 2006, the Jets traded a 6th round pick for him, where he was a backup the entire season. For 2007 and 2008, he was a backup in Denver, throwing 51 passes in those 2 seasons. 2009 and 2010 saw multiple teams sign Ramsey to their practice squad, and he never saw NFL action again. There it is, the story of the most forgotten 2000's first-round quarterback. An unfortunate scenario right from the get-go, along with injuries and not a great coaching relationship, led to a sad downfall of a once intriguing prospect. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, subscribe button, hitting the bell notifications. Thank you.